Hey guys, today's video is going to be special because I got a new video editing program which is awesome. It allows me to add watermarks and some really cool effects. I can make intros and outros to my videos, and it uploads in HD. So I'm going to start using that instead of Windows Movie Maker. Thank God. We're also going to be looking at the Second Son demo, which has been on YouTube for about 2 weeks now, but I'm overdue for a new video, and I wanted to analyze the gameplay, so let's go with this.
Place your finger on the scanner. Processing.
Warning. Prime conduit detected. Lethal force is authorized.
That's 2 out of 3.
Well, that was pretty cool. We see Delson walking up to the fingerprint scanner, and I actually think you can walk whenever you want to in this game, unlike Infamous 1 and 2 where you had to run or you weren't moving at all. I'll point towards some more evidence for that claim later on. I like how we got to see the touchpad in that. We didn't see the touchpad itself, but we got to see how the fingerprint scanner works. And I'd like you to look up now at the top of the screen. There's a sign that says, "Security is safety. The DUP thanks you. Welcome to Seattle." I think this gameplay takes place when Delson and Reggie are entering Seattle for the first time. Because if you remember, Delson and Reggie live on a Native American reserve, kind of a little bit outside of the city. That's where the DUP transport bus crashes and Delson saves that guy and gets his smoke abilities. It's actually not in the city. At least I'm pretty sure. I'm 95% sure for that fact. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, whatever. But it'd be cool to see 2 locations, because in every Infamous game we've had more than one location. With New Marais, we had the city, New Marais, the gasworks, and Floodtown. Infamous 1, we had Empire City. There was the Neon District, the Warren, and the Historical District. Second Son, who says we can't have Seattle, the Native American Reserve, and some other part of the city, maybe Bellevue. Bellevue is just across the river, and that's where Sucker Punch is actually located. I might think they possibly could add Bellevue because there's a bridge that I've seen in some gameplay videos. I'll put some footage up. That could lead to somewhere. It might just be a dead end. I guess we'll find out when we play the game.
Delson, run!
Hell with that!
Delson, stay behind cover!
Don't tell me how to fight! Heads up on the towers!
I see him! Remember, the civilians are innocent!
Okay, I want to point something out. This guy is using this power way too much. It kind of gets annoying after a while. But I'm going to put up some E3 gameplay right now, side by side. Sucker Punch is changing things, and I don't know how much I like it, because back at E3, this power was a projectile, almost like a rocket, and now it's a blast. And they also changed Delson's shoes. They used to be black Converse, now they're black and yellow. It's just those minor things. I don't know how much it's going to bother me when the game comes out. I still think the game is going to be awesome. Let's just hope they don't pull an Infamous 2 and completely change everything before the game launches. That would really, really piss me off. So that was neat. As you see there, the player was able to zoom in and shoot the DUP guard with more accuracy. So we can still aim or zoom, whichever one you like to use, if you want to. Like Infamous 2, you had to push L1. You had to zoom in before you could shoot. Now it's optional, which is awesome that they kept that in there. I'm really glad.
We got separated. Are you okay?
You got separated. Let me see. Okay, the DUP checkpoint was literally a block away. You were right there, Reggie. You were right there. Delson just ran up the block. Literally, like one city block. And you got separated? Okay. Honestly, what I think is I think Reggie just kind of chickened out, because if you pay attention to some of the trailers and if you watch the interviews with Sucker Punch, Nate Fox talks about how Reggie doesn't really like conduits. He's on the DUP side, but Delsin is his brother, so he's like, oh shit. He's in a bad position right now, because Delsin is his brother, and he has superpowers, but Reggie agrees with the DUP, so he's kind of stuck. So what I think is that Reggie just kind of hung back and let Delsin get some distance, and then he's like, oh, we got separated, when in reality he probably just ran off. He's like, oh, screw this, I'm going to bail. I'll make up something. I'll make up a story. I could see Reggie doing that later on in the game, but I think he's just having some conflict, trying to figure out what he's doing and if it's the right thing to do.
Me? I'm fine. Andy, like you said, laying low.
Just keep laying low. I'll call when I've got something.
By now, you have probably already noticed the mini-map down at the bottom right corner. The map is interesting in the fact that it's shaped differently. It's not a circle or a square. It's kind of like a upside-down house. That's the only way I can, describe it. Up on the top of the map, you see a bunch of black structures. I think that shows the skyline of Seattle. So if you turn the camera and you look around, that top section moves. It rotates. You'll pay attention to the map. You'll see what I'm talking about. The black structures move, and I think that shows the skyline of Seattle. It could be something different. If there's one thing about the mini-map that's cool, it's how many icons are on it. It's kind of tilted. It's not a direct bird's eye view, so now you're not just looking down on top of the city. The mini-map is almost like it's at an angle, so you kind of see on top of everything, and it looks like it has a little bit of height. Although I don't see anything that shows height on the mini-map. We'll just see how that plays out. The game is still in development. They have until March, so don't go criticizing already. The game is still in development. Just relax.
No, wait, I come in peace.
Immediately, or we will open fire.
Woohoo! Yeah!
Use the force.
Hey, what the hell, man? You're supposed to be protecting them from me. No, wait, I come in peace.
Immediately, or we will open fire.
You have entered a restricted area. Lethal force may be used at any time. Please return to your homes. This area is under strict quarantine. Indiscriminate lethal force will be used against all unauthorized personnel. This is your final warning.
Hey man, head for the quarantine station. It's our ticket out of here.
The gate opened to a wall of razor wire machine guns.
Hey, what the hell, man? You're supposed to be protecting them from me.
Got access to the Seattle Police Station.
Oh, the new Thunder Drop. That looks good. I like how that looks. I love how the smoke kind of trails off and disappears. I like the animation, how Delsin kind of just takes his fist and slams it into the ground. That's cool. I hope we are able to upgrade it, because I missed the Thunder Drop from Infamous 1, where you could charge it up. Like, the higher you were, the more damaging it was when you hit the ground. And also, in Infamous 1, if you had your Thunder Drop upgraded completely to full damage, it would kill enemies on the ground. It wouldn't just stun them or knock them down and they get back up. No, they were down for the count. I really hope we can do that again, because I missed that.
South, UP has eyes and ears everywhere.
Well, gouge out their eyes and slice off their ears.
All right, I've got you on my GPS. Not far from one of their mobile command centers. If you can shut that down, it'll limit their ability to track your route.
Mobile command center, got it. So what exactly does one of those look like?
Well, it should be a large, heavily armored mobile unit.
So I'm just going to add a red arrow right now every time Delsin does this animation. Look at what Delsin does, and whenever you see a red arrow on the screen, you'll know to look at his legs, so that you'll understand what I said earlier. I think you can actually walk whenever you want to. You don't have to be always running anymore. Look at Delson's legs, how they kind of move slowly and then he starts to speed up.
With side ports and major communication gear on top.
Alright, I think I see it. Badass RV with lights and metal crap on top.
I don't know how many of you saw that, but Delson just threw a grenade at one of the guards, and it affected 3 of them. You can see them right there with the orange smoke around them. I'll replay that footage right now so you can see it. You almost miss it if you're not paying attention. He kind of just chucks a grenade out, and then it hits these 3 guards. And I think it stuns them. The grenade doesn't actually kill them or blow them away, it just stuns them. Because if you look at this right here, you can see the 2 guards over in the corner are kind of coughing. So that's interesting, but I'm really confused as to what the controls are going to be. I want to know how to control Delson, what buttons to push on the DualShock 4. That's what I'm really excited to find out.
Blow out enough of those. Core should overheat and be exposed.
Okay, blow out the panels. Got it.
We just lost the man!
Okay, that's something new. I knew the DUP guards had superpowers. I knew they were conduits, but I've never seen that before. It's interesting to know that they can throw a big jumble of rock or earth or whatever the hell that is at Delson and knock him on the ground. The animation, though, look at Delson as soon as I start to play the video again. Look at the animation of how he gets up. Now, I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but if you look in the background, you see 2 yellow DUP cages, and there's actually people inside of them. If you look on the mini-map, there's 2 little blue icons that have a padlock on them. Those are holding cages for conduits that the DUP has captured. They hold them in those little cages there. If you walk up to one of the doors, you can actually use the touchpad to break open the door and free all the conduits. Although he doesn't show it in this gameplay, you can do it. I am sure of that. I heard it on an article that Sucker Punch put out a couple months ago.
Check that out! I can't see him! I see him! Man down! Not getting away that easy.
Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but the animation when Delson is punching the core of the mobile unit has changed. I'll put up some E3 gameplay side by side. Honestly, I like the E3 animation a lot better. It looks like he's actually punching it. In this gameplay, he just kind of takes his fist back, makes a weird-ass shape with his hand, and then hits it again. I mean, who is going to do that in real life? I can see someone doing this in real life. I can't see someone doing this in real life. I don't know. I have no explanation for that. Holy shit. This guy scared the shit out of me the first time I saw him. But I just think he looks awesome with all that cool rock armor. He just comes out there with a machine gun, fucking minigun, chain gun. There's a bunch of different names for it. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And the cool thing is, this guy is better than any of the other minigun heavies in the inFAMOUS universe. inFAMOUS 1, there were the Reaper minigun heavies, and they kind of... There was the one that was on the rooftop when you were trying to save the medical crate for Trish. I don't know if there were any other besides that one. Infamous 2 had minigun heavies, but they didn't move a lot. They kind of just were stationary. This guy is awesome because he not only can move with the minigun, he can sprint at you and knock you down with it. He will mow you over. That is so cool. We finally have some more challenging enemies, which is actually what I've been wanting ever since Infamous 2. See how much of a challenge it gives me when I pick up the controller.
Really stepping up their game. Definitely prefer the smaller guys.
Okay, so that was cool how Delsin got back up. I love that animation, how he just kind of turns into smoke and then jumps up and then reforms. That is really cool. It's pleasing to look at. But what confuses me is right here it says press down on the D-pad to use a karma bomb. I thought this power was the orbital drop. Back in E3, they were calling it the orbital drop. Now they're calling it the karma bomb. Are you kidding me? That's all I have to say. Are you kidding me? I'm actually confused here. Is this a permanent change? Is this just a typo? I really don't know. And once again, with the E3 comparison, you can see here they've moved the camera to a more higher position. Now Delsin is at the bottom of the screen when he comes back down, instead of in the middle, and when he hits the ground, in the E3 gameplay, the camera zoomed out to show you the full explosion. Now it's just stationary. Why? That's all I have to say. Why? Why are you changing all this stuff? Is it necessary to change this? Is it really necessary? Or is this gameplay what you had in mind the whole time, and is E3 just kind of like, oh, well, we didn't have a full product, so we just threw this stuff together to show you guys, and then we're going to actually change it later. If you're going to show something in E3, keep it consistent. Don't change all this stuff on us. I'm pretty sure nobody likes this, unless you're changing it for the better. Okay, so here's what I think. I think that this gameplay is part of a demo that you will be able to download from the PlayStation Store soon. I hope so. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I really hope so, because I want to get my hands on this game before it launches, and this is the way to do it. Release a demo, give us some way to play the game. Just like the Infamous 1 demo, the Infamous 2 demo, we need a demo for Second Son. Don't let us down now. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me what you think down below in the comments. Anything you have to ask me or you want to say, I'm open for ideas. This has been fun. Thanks for watching.